So we're studying cardiogenic shock, and despite 2 decades of research into the condition, 1 in 2 people who are diagnosed with the disease don't leave hospital. It's a problem with the heart where it doesn't pump properly and doesn't get enough blood around the body to let the kidneys, the liver, the brain function like it should. We have lots of treatments available, but we still can't predict who's going to benefit from them and who won't.
The reason we looked at this population in this unique way was to identify if there was a genetic predisposition to outcomes and how they were doing. And that's where we looked at this process called clonal hematopoiesis. Clonal hematopoiesis simply is that stem cells, which give rise to the blood, acquire mutations as we age. And these stem cells then have a growth advantage when they have changes in their genetic code, the mutations, that provides them with the ability to create the rest of the blood system that's circulating around, but it's in an inflamed state. And inflammation is very tricky because it's implied to be involved in so many diseases within the human body.
Looking at the blood of these patients, we can do a test that can look for mutations in stem cells. And while we've seen that these mutations have problems for people who have cancers or who have other diseases, it's the first time we've shown that this actually can predict how patients who have cardiogenic shock will respond to treatment and what their outcomes will be. So this is a great starting block, but it's nowhere near the finish line. What we need to do is be able to develop a bedside test. So my patients, when they come into the intensive care unit, can take a few drops of their blood and we can predict how they may overcome their disease or whether or not they're going to succumb to the disease.
Now what it does is allows us to think about novel treatments. In the essence is because we've also been looking at the kinds of cytokines that are circulating around in the blood, we can target these cytokines, then we can potentially halt the process of this whole inflammatory response and hopefully save people's lives.